What if your next tabletop RPG session could come alive on your screen? Strategic, cooperative, and built for both newcomers and veteran players. Demeo and Dungeons Dragons came together to create Battlemarked. Battlemarked is bringing the D&D universe into a digital board game experience. Here's everything you need to know before it launches. Developed and published by Resolution Games, Battlemarked releases on November 20th, 2025. It's a cooperative tactical RPG that merges classic Dungeons & Dragons themes with digital board game mechanics. Battlemarked lets you embark on fantasy tabletop adventures set in the Forgotten Realms. The game features iconic D&D classes: Paladin, Sorcerer, Ranger, Rogue, you know all of them already, and infuses them with strategic turn-based combat powered by card-style abilities. You can play solo or team up with up to 4 players online. Cooperative play is a core component to this game. Replayability is baked in. At launch, there are 2 campaigns, Neverwinter Wood and Cragmaw Castle, with the promise of DLC adventures later. At its heart, Battlemarked plays like a digital board game with tactical turn-based combat. Each character has a deck of abilities or cards you'll draw and deploy on the battlefield. Positioning, timing, and combining abilities matter. Damage spells, healing, traps, or buffs. Success depends on cooperation, coordinating with teammates to trap enemies, plan area effect moves, or chain effects. In solo mode, you'll play all the roles by yourself, but solo play emphasizes strategic planning just as much as multiplayer. So each character has their strengths and weaknesses. With the rogue, you want to go invisible, hit that shadow, and hit them from the back, and hit them from flanking. You already know what I'm talking about. Ranger now, stick with those range attacks. They even have some summoning capabilities, especially summoning rats, summoning a wolf companion, and you are really going to be dishing out some major single target DPS, or even a hail of arrows. Now the Paladin is your frontline support. He is going to bolster you up, protect you, hit everything as hard as he can. But I will say, I do like how he verges into some of the more complex abilities from the D&D Paladin, such as Necrotic Smite and things like that. And being able to just combine it and evolve as you're playing is a really unique factor into this game just from the demo that I've been playing. So let's talk about the campaigns and all the replayability that you're gonna have. At launch, you can dive into 2 distinct campaigns, as I mentioned before, Neverwinter Wood and the Cragmaw Castle. Each campaign is designed to be replayable, meaning randomized events, changing layouts, or encounter designs help each run feel fresh. And that's something that we really need, and that's a core component to D&D. Every single D&D campaign I've done has always been different depending on where you are, who you're playing with, and what the game master chooses to do to you. Battlemarked has a lot of promise. Its blending of Dungeons & Dragons flavor with streamlined digital board game strategy could appeal to both the tabletop fans and players who want tactical co-op without too much overhead. And that's a really important part, the overhead. Now, I know a lot of people are afraid to get into Dungeons & Dragons because it's a lot, and I feel like this really bridges the gap into making it a very easy experience and a very easy way to get into it, and especially everything streamlined. And that's something that you really don't have to worry about. So you already know what I'm talking about. I yapped a lot about the game, but I really just have to say it blew me away. Every little intricacy, even like the dice, being able to interact with the scene, or the dice just falling off the board and like onto the floor. It really, really brings everything together, and it's a lot of fun. I love the way all the classes meld together. I love the way you move across the board, the way you fight these enemies. The animations are sleek, they feel good, it's like you're actually imagining it, and I really, really want to hone down how much fun this game was as just a solo player, and I really, really cannot wait for it to release on November 20th so I can play it with my friends and we could just go on and do some crazy D&D adventures. Even if it's just something simple like, fighting in a dungeon constantly, that's just something that I look forward to, and that's something I really enjoy. And I hope that others can enjoy it as well. So I want to just walk through and explain a little bit of my time with the demo. So I played the demo for about an hour. That's what I ran through for the battle scenario, and the battle scenario was incredible. It gave you 2 options. You can't really customize your party, but the battle scenario was this mushroom grove dungeon where you have to fight through and basically get to the very end and collect this key so you could venture forth further, and the demo kind of ends there. But then there's a Neverwinter segment, which I did not do, which is more a story-based segment with events, more roles like that, and I really just want to hone in on the action. And so that's what I'm really focusing in on, and the action is insane. I thought it was like a never-ending, like constant waves of enemies coming after you, and it really did feel like you were outnumbered and outgunned, but using your wits, using your abilities, and using the cards that you have to build up, it really came together extremely well. So I'll just break down a little bit of the combat and a little bit of what I experienced. So as you enter this, fungal cavern of nonsense, you are going to be able to battle everything. There's tons of rats, there's tons of mushrooms, there's tons of druids, there's tons of elves, and you know what? You're fighting everything all at once. Thankfully, there are some healing shrines that basically heal the entire party, so you don't have to do like a long rest or a short rest. They basically are a long rest that refreshes everything. And now I want to talk about the abilities. The cards are so unique and so important. Pretty much your standard layout of abilities, you have like Ray of Frost, you have Thorn Arrow, Hunter's Mark, things like that. But now they're cards. So you build up this like card meter that gives you new cards every single time you either do an action or you expel some, like an item that you have that you don't want to use. Like, for example, if you picked up an Alchemist Fire from one of the enemies or from a chest, you can throw away that Alchemist Fire to build up this meter that is going to give you one of your spell card abilities or one of your cards that pretty much constitutes to your class. So, for example, I know the Paladin, that was like my main guy, like I had him like brute force, made him, when his thing built up, we were getting like more healing stuff, bolstering up, get stronger, like not stronger armor, but refill your armor, bolster yourself. And then we ran into a lovely mimic, and I had a feeling they were gonna do this to us. I had a feeling, I knew it. There was one chest at the very end, and it was like, oh, whatever, I opened it, bang. I failed every single roll.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm.
Mind you, going through this, I failed any time a prompt came up, I failed the roll except for like one. I can't even remember. I rolled like a 17, but I failed every single one, and that's what it's all about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff that I need, that I yearn for. You hear me right now, I'm going off the cuff. I'm going off script. I'm going wacko mode right now because I love that. I love the failing. It makes the successes feel even better. It makes those wins even stronger. And that's something that I look for in a game. Demeo, I've never even heard of Demeo before. This is my first time. This is sick. It's sick, all right? Let's just get that right out of the way. So, this game has my full support. I'm here for it. If anyone wants to play, I'm down. All right, we can get something going on the weekends or something, a party, I don't know, but I am down for this. Do a quick little campaign in and out. All right, you know what I'm saying? But that's it for this video. I gotta go back to playing some Final Fantasy Tactics before my brain melts. But if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and do you guys do best. I'm back in my groove now, baby. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Abacadabra. Whatever.